As a longtime fan of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, these last few days have been filled with nothing but despair, agony, and also a lot of hype. I've been anticipating a Fnaf movie since birth basically, and now that it's finally here, it's time to talk about the greatest movie of all time. The Godfather. Paddington. It's Paddington. To put into perspective, I was 10 years old when the first Fnaf game came out. I was always excited to see Scott Cawthon's new teasers. I lived through the MLG era of Fnaf, and I was also there when William Afton used to be called Vincent. Yeah, remember that? I've also been through the trenches playing the first 3 games on my Android phone back then, so I've pretty much seen it all. After the release of Sister Location back in 2016, I've pretty much been absent from the Fnaf fandom, and it wasn't until the release of Security Breach where I got back into the series and started spiraling into madness. Get it? Because, like, the game that's never Ever since the announcement of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I've been trying to get my PhD in Fnaf lore, and now I can confidently say that I am ready.
My body is ready.
Forget about Mario, Spider-Man, and Oppenheimer. No, this right here, this is my movie. Okay, so I haven't even watched the damn thing yet, but I will right now, so here we go. Oh my god. Right off the bat, I'ma just say that this movie was worth it. If you have even the tiniest bit of clue who Freddy, Mike, and William Afton are, hell, if you even know the basic premise of the game, then you are all set. I can see even the most casual of casuals alongside the hardcore fans liking this movie, because it really is that good. The story in this movie is insane, as it mainly focuses on Mike as an actual human being, rather than a side-scrolling maniac. And it also focuses on the first missing children's case, which is pretty nice too. Wait, did he just say the first missing children's case? Oh, you have no idea. Okay, now let's address the elephant in the room. Is the movie good or bad? Is it a flop or is it peak fiction? The answer is yes. This movie is really amazing. If you know what Fnaf is. Strap on everybody, cause right now I'm going to be talking about the critic reviews, and would you look at that. Okay, I'm gonna keep it very brief. This is literally just what happened with the Mario movie, where the critics had no idea what a Goomba was, while Mario fans cheered at the sight of King Bomb Bomb. Fans loved it, critics not so much. But please keep in mind that the Fnaf movie specifically was really made for the fans, and I think that's why most gamers out there really liked it, cause they actually know what a Freddy Fazbear or Mike Schmidt is, despite the movie not being canon to the games. If you thought Attack on Titan or Kingdom Hearts was complicated, they're literally nothing compared to someone's explanation of the Fnaf timeline. For those out of the loop, Five Nights at Freddy's has different continuities that range from the games to the books, and now even a movie that's apparently set to have its own cinematic universe in the future. Huh, I wonder how that'll turn out.
Assemble.
There are some parts in this film that are somewhat silly, and I think that's another reason why critics and newcomers didn't really like Fnaf as a horror movie. The movie is just not that scary, even with all the deaths and themes going on, but it still manages to work. Fnaf nowadays is mostly geared towards younger audiences, and if you don't believe me, just walk into any Target or Walmart and have a look for yourself. This movie is very immersive as a Fnaf fan, even during the more wacky parts, which is understandable the more you think about it. This is obviously obvious to everyone, but in the games, we are used to seeing the animatronics being incredibly stiff and soulless, while in the movie, these same animatronics are more animated, lifelike, and they have facial expressions, which I think really rattled people a bit since, after all, we're not used to seeing Freddy throwing it back for the audience. As amazing as the Fnaf movie was, this movie really would have benefited from having an extra 30 minutes to really bring things together, but since it's Fnaf, that's just wishful thinking. Even though I'm satisfied with what the movie brought, I wish there were more references to the first Fnaf game, like Foxy running down the hallways, the paper plates, Freddy's nose, and even when the animatronics had dark eyes, you know, when they look at you with their white pupils, that was scary as hell. And I'm just nitpicking this part, but not having Toradora March or Freddy with the lights out, I think that's just a big missed opportunity. The film was definitely serious sometimes, but I felt like sprinkling the movie with more horror elements would have made a bigger impact and resonate more with Fnaf fans and their love of the unnerving. Then again, there's only so much Fnaf lore and references you can put into a single film, so hopefully the next movie, especially if it's a FNAF 2 prequel, will embrace the darker tones more and find its identity within the FNAF movie continuity. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was the story of FNAF, so all this means is that the next FNAF movie will have more of everything and will be bigger in budget, production, and story considering the success of this first movie. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I recommend watching it in movie theaters first and then stream it afterwards. You won't regret it. And with all that said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel even though I don't make FNAF videos. At least not yet. And I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.